Right, the Stayers Hurdle is the next one. Super Sunday, who beat Yanworth in the Grade 1 3-miler at Aintree last year.
No, he didn't. Other way around.
Yanworth beat him in the Grade 1 at Aintree last year. Is the 138. He beat Faheen last time in the Irish Champion Hurdle. Sam Spinner, the great hope of Jed O'Keefe, 4-1. Apples J, she won't run here. Penn Hill, who knows, because he's on a long recovery mission. The new one is going to run. Shh! Shush! Paul Keeley, take it away.
You want to go? All right. I got a problem with Super Sunday. I think it's a very rare horse that will win a grade 1 over 2 mile and 3 mile in the same season. I don't think he's a strong stayer. He got outstayed by Apples Jade at Leopardstown, and I think he'll get outstayed again. I was doing a preview last night in Gibraltar. A big rumours going around that a certain Mr. Bloom has been trying to buy a box at Cheltenham for the Thursday.
To back Penn Hill.
And
Mr. Bloom, please stand up.
And well, he owns Penn Hill. He's the owner of Withhold, who obviously landed that huge gamble in the Says, and apparently the horse is working the house down. Obviously beat Mona Lee last year, and when you look back at that race, he actually beat him pretty easily.
He absolutely had.
You know what I mean? And he hasn't run since. Now you know what it's like. We know what it's like with Tony Bloom. He has to slide right under the radar to get a bet on. You know, you've got to, and it has to be in a big race, and there's a chance that this horse will end up favourite on the day because there's that much, there could be that much money going down. If he's going there and by all accounts he's working really well. The other news was, you know what I mean, Harry is one of a few horses that have been to Martinstown and had a service and MOT and will be coming back, a bit like Binocular did a few years ago. And he might run a lot better. This race is...
Do you know what all the other ones are?
This race is... Move with the Times is one.
Definitely decide.
Yeah, I don't think that one matters, but Move with the Times is interesting.
Pendra.
But Pendra, who did last year. But you know what I mean, Harry went off odds on last year, and this is a worse race. None of these horses are anywhere near as good as Nichols Canyon, I'm sure of that. So it'd be interesting. I've actually backed the mare La Bago Ra. I think she's just a winning machine, and 3 miles is her trip. She does need to prove herself at Cheltenham. I find the Penn Hill angle very interesting though, and just as a sake, if you want to trade, it ain't going to be that big.
And Rich, while Paul was giving that positive mention for Penn Hill, you were nodding away in agreement.
I think Penn Hill is the one to beat here. I think Ruby will ride Penn Hill. I think we'll run Let's Dance in this race. I know.
Well, you want to run Let's Dance, don't you?
Yeah, Willie was mentioning that we'd run 3 in the Mayor's Hurdle. It's not going to happen. I think we'll run Let's Dance here.
And who will ride Let's Dance if Ruby rides Penn Hill?
Either Paul or David or somebody else, doesn't matter. But I think Penn Hill has a great chance. If it's back to what he was, he was a brilliant horse. Tony Bloom likes a winner. I'm sure this is his race he's targeted. I think Let's Dance needs a trip. I think if she shows any kind of spark, which she did last season, to go close. But I think Penn Hill's the one to beat.
Is Sam Spinner's being overlooked here, isn't he, Luke? He's the now horse. He's the horse who just keeps winning.
He's the improver, isn't he? He won so well last time when everyone thought, well, a horse coming down from the north has been winning on soft ground in places like Haydock and what have you. And he did actually hack up. So, you don't really know about him. I tend to agree with Paul with Super Sunday that you try and reinvent these horses into different animals. He did bolt up in the Coral Cup last year, so that obviously it was a good effort. But this is completely different. Penn Hill, look, he hasn't run. If you say that he's working really well, he's obviously got a chance. But I'm sided with Yanworth. I think that I think he was trained to be a champion hurdle horse when he was never going to be last year because of what I mean, Harry. He has the size and scope to jump fences, but he is a bit soft, I'll grant you that, and that's the reason that he never really took to them. But I like the angle of horses coming back from chasing, back to hurdling. Not sure I like it the other way round. And I think with Alan Kingstable in such good form, I think Yanworth's a really good, solid selection for the race.
DJ?
Okay, I'll try and be as quick as I can here. Just a couple of notes on the Super Sunday. Jessica Harrington says, and Robbie Power, both say the same thing about this horse at home. They said when they got it from Henry de Bromhead, he was very low on confidence. I don't know how this can happen with horses, but Jessica actually did an impression. She said he used to go around the yard with his head down and he was like this, and he just didn't really enjoy himself. And since he's won the Coral Cup, she said he's just turned inside out, and he's just the man. He goes around the place as if he owns the place. I don't know if that's bullshit. It sounds to me, I don't know how horses can think like that, but that's what she says, and far be it from me to question.
Did you ask her whether it was bullshit?
Yeah, I kind of did. I kind of said, that's surely bullshit. Do horses really know? And she said they do. And she's a 71-year-old that still goes to the gym, so I can't question her. But I think, I'm not convinced he stays either, because if you just have a look back at the Aintree hurdle last year, Liverpool hurdle last year.
Bear in mind, he said he was being as quick as possible here.
Yeah, I will be really quick. I will be really quick. But I just don't think, if you go back to the last hurdle at Aintree, Super Sunday didn't travel that well, but was still upside Yanworth and had every chance to go by after the last on a flat 3 miles at Aintree and didn't go by. So I just worry about Super Sunday's stamina. I can't believe that Lammy Surge is three times the price of Sam Spinner. If they're going the opposite way around this time, which is a huge asset to Lammy Surge, who is a Grade 1 winner of a French champion hurdle, who is an enigma but is extremely talented and works extremely well. He doesn't deserve to be 12-1, and I'm sure he'll be in the shake-up. Penhill, the key thing about Penhill was it has always been the plan for Penhill to go straight to this race. Go back through his record, he's best when fresh. Even when he won the Albert Bartlett last year, he hadn't ran since winning the 3-miler at Limerick over Christmas. When he won first time out for Willie Mullins, it was his first run. He hadn't ran in 6 or 7 months. I think he does go well fresh. Sorry, Paul. And the other thing is Yanworth. Like I backed Lammy Surge, but when Yanworth was
hang on. How do you turn? Where do you turn it off?
I wouldn't want to
Somewhere
quickly
out the
off
back
you.
here.
He actually started by saying, I'll say this as quick as possible.
By the way, does Matt Chapman know you stole his fucking haircut?
Well, that's harsh.
I stole Harvey's.
That's hard. That is harsh. Jennings.
I forget it. Just forget it, right?
Yeah, Lammy Surge is the bet in this race, if you've got any sense, I suspect. Right, we're gonna move on.
You fancy Yanworth, by the way, don't you?
Well, I fancy Yanworth in whatever race he runs because I'm a Yanworth sucker. But there you go.
Yeah.
But who the hell knows what race he's going to run in? If he was mine, I'd look at that JLT and think, well, maybe I could win that. Look at the RSA, maybe I could win that. I think he wants to go long, and I think he's better over hurdle. So I think the Stayers Hurdle's the right race for him, and he's 4 times the price of Super Sunday. So I'd run him in the Stayers Hurdle, and I'd back him. But I respect everything everybody said. Right.